Morning. It's day 29. Just leaving the West Mountain shelter. And the plan is we're gonna stay at some Catholic center, and they got free showers. Spot to 10. I think it's donation based, but I'll find out when I get there. Yeah, I gotta do a resupply, and yep, that's what I got going on today. So I do have a small confession to make about yesterday. Yesterday I didn't film at all, but we took a little bit of a Nero day at Lake Cherokee, I think it's called. I don't know, but it was a nice lake. We camped there the night before, and Second Chance was like, you know, this would make a nice Nero day. So we stayed there till 4 o'clock, swam for a couple hours, and Father Time went with Wing It and got burgers and hot dogs for everyone. So it's nice little trail magic there. Then we only did about 10 miles to the shelter. Would have been a little bit more, but we took the old AT because the water sources on the old AT were better, and we didn't want to be without water because the water sources on the current AT, they were iffy at best. But the water source on the old AT, it was flowing good, and it cut like 2 miles off, 2-3 miles off, so it worked out good in the end. So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. I also forgot to mention earlier that we are going to be going through a zoo today, so that should be cool. I'll take a couple pictures, some videos, and put it up, but I'll check in with you guys up there. Leaving the Trail Museum and crossing over the Hudson River right now. Got about 3.5 to 3 miles to hit the Appalachian Trail market. Gonna look at resupply options, but not sounding too good for a resupply, so maybe I can get a ride to the supermarket or something. We'll see. Also, I think it's only a mile past that is that spot where we can camp on the baseball field and get a shower, and they have porta potties, so hopefully it's a nice place. Sounds like there's a few people going there, but oh yeah, and then the zoo. Zoo was nice. I'll put some pictures up before this clip, and yeah, you can see some pictures of the animals. Blue Jean saw his first bear on trail, so that's cool. Even though it was in the zoo, so I don't know if it counts. But I'll check in with you guys up trail. First turkey sighting on the trail. Morning, it is day 30. In the trail very late today because we camped at a church, a Catholic church area. They had cold showers and there was free tenting, so we all decided to go to church. It was 12:18 and just getting started. Most of my group shooting for 8 miles today, and then 8 miles tomorrow, and camping at the lake. I might try to do that stretch all today, and then just have a 0 day tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. There's been a lot of these raspberries and blueberries lately. They are very delicious. A lot of people seem to pass them up. I was just checking the mileage and everything, and it looks like it's only going to be 14 miles to the lake. So that's definitely doable today. So I'll probably be willing to camp around 7, and maybe a little bit earlier. But as long as I will in before nighttime, because I lost my headlamp, so I only got my flashlight right now. So as long as I'm not night hiking, I'm happy. Have a nice view at the lake and do some swimming. And maybe get right into town to do a resupply. Not sure yet, I have to look at my food. But I'll check in with you guys up there. It's definitely cool starting to see the makeup at the forest change. You can see a lot more trees, evergreen style trees. Than there was in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I'm assuming because it gets much cooler up here. But it's still something interesting to note. It's about 5:15 and I'm about 3.5 miles from I think it's a cannabis shelter, or a lake cannabis shelter, something like that. It's by a lake, that's all I know. Looks like I should be there no later than 7:30, so I should have plenty of time to set up camp and stuff. So I'll check in with you guys up there. There's the fog right there, and there's the fog right there. It's about 5:40. Still, I don't know how many miles yet, but still got a good distance to shelter. I'm sweating big time, so I'm really hoping I have enough time to hop in the lake tonight, because that would be very nice to be able to cool off a little bit before bed. But we will see. This is cool right here. We're currently walking on top of a stone wall. I don't know if it used to be a dam or if it just used to be for a fort or just a farm, but I think it might be too high for just being a farm wall, because it's probably a good 10-15 feet up. So I might guess either a dam or maybe some sort of old fort wall, or who knows, maybe the trail maintainers already got ambitious and decided to make a stone bridge. I doubt that's the last one, but video doesn't really show it, but it goes for quite a ways. So a couple updates. That path that I was talking about earlier, turns out it's a old mining path, and they used it to have their horses transport whatever they were mining to either the mine or to the road. Well, from the mine to the road. And I'm actually still kind of on it. They still have spots where it's filled up, that way it's relatively level. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera really bad. Yeah, there's still spots where they have it built up. It's a pretty good distance long. But I also just passed the telephone of the wind. It's a telephone that they have set up, I guess, if you're grieving, you can call your loved ones and supposedly they can hear you. I don't believe that, but I'm sure it helps some people with the grieving process. So And I think it's a Japanese thing, if I'm correct, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'll check in with you guys later. Good morning, and this is day 32. We're doing about 14 miles today. Yesterday was a 0 day, so there wasn't much to film. I was able to get a ride into town and do a resupply, so now I'm fully stocked. And it poured and rained and thundered for most of the day, so there wasn't much to do, but I did go swimming for about an hour or two, so that was nice and refreshing. My feet are feeling much better after that 0 days, so looking forward to hopefully another good day of hiking. Get water out they're closed now. Just reached the top of this mountain. There's a beautiful view up here, and they have I hope we'll get it. Have a nice memorial for memory of September 11th. Ever since I passed that 9/11 memorial today, I got Alan Jackson's song called "Where Were You When the World Stopped Turning" in my head. If you never heard it, I recommend listening to it at least once. It's a very solemn song, but that's what's been going on in my head for the past 2 or 3 hours. Funny, I just stopped for a break a little bit ago, and then less than like 2 minutes of walking, and I could have had a view for my lunch break. That's all right. I guess I should pay a little bit more attention. But I think I got about 7 miles left in my day, so I'm doing pretty good. And it's 1:13 currently, so we are flying along. Look at this behemoth of a tree right here. I'm about 3 miles from Logan Stewart Shelter, so I'm gonna sign off for today. Morning, it's day 33. Just leaving the shelter. It's a little after 7 a.m. We are gonna do 16 miles. I believe that takes us to the next shelter. Either that or it's a campsite, I'm not sure. Father Time mentioned a place that might have a hiker lounge that allows hikers to sit there for a little bit, recharge some devices. I'm probably gonna check that out because it's gonna be 90 something today with a low of 75, so it's gonna be a little bit warm, but we'll get through it. It's only 10:10. It's already turned out to be a very hot day today. Current plan is there's a shelter coming up, so I'm gonna go hang out in the shade there for a little bit, and then gonna find out if that place still has that hiker lounge, and if they do, I'll spend some time in the AC and stuff. But there's not much going on today. This tree's even bigger than the one yesterday. Some of its branches going up are thicker than some of the trees I've seen. That's pretty cool. I'm about 2 miles out from that hiker lounge. I spent about an hour at the shelter drying stuff off. So, hopefully this hiker lounge is, let you stay for a little bit and cool down in the AC. But we will find out. Very interesting how a lot of New York and New Jersey are going through these swamps. A lot of tall grass, walking on boards. I'm grateful for the boards though, because otherwise you'd be walking in water. That's no fun. Just leaving the spot they let hikers say that. I forget the name of the place, but there wasn't a hiker lounge, but there was a shower, and they let you sit outside, and they have a little gazebo so that was shaded and stuff. That was appreciated, and waited out the heat for the most part, but they just closed up, so back to hiking. Just past Cooler for Trail Magic, had some drinks, some extra Ziploc bags, and some duct tape. So, and some snacks too. So, I grabbed some snacks, and I wrapped some duct tape around my trekking pole. And yeah, so now I have some extra duct tape in case I need it for something. That was nice. We still got about 5.5 miles to make it to the shelter tonight. There's water less than a mile before it, so that's gonna be good. Don't have to do too far of a water carry today. Morning, today is day 34. We'll go to shoot for Kent, Connecticut today. The preview last night, I did not check it out, but I was told it has very big spiders in it. There were 3 people who walked in and walked right back out, and they suddenly didn't have to go anymore. It's amazing how that works. Yeah, so got about 13 miles to Kent. I gotta get new shoes because the treads are falling off of mine. We'll do laundry, take a shower, and I'm not sure where we're gonna camp because it doesn't look like there's anywhere nearby. So I'll check in with you guys up there. This is an interesting little crossing they have. They got a rope right there, and then you got a rock hop to that wood right there. It looks like they might have had a bridge, but it either just fell apart or collapsed. Just passing by the Welcome to Connecticut sign. That's another state down. It's a very nice bridge they got in Connecticut. Grateful for it because that river does not look like it would be fun to try to cross without a bridge. That river is moving today. I'm not sure if it always is that fast, but man, moving pretty good. And the one good thing about walking along the river though is there's a nice breeze, and that breeze combined with the water cools everything down a little bit. So that's much appreciated. Connecticut has some good views today. Looks like it might rain a little bit, which would be very much appreciated and cool everything down a little bit. In Kent now, just got my new shoes. They are Topos. They feel much better than my old shoes. I think my old ones were a little bit too small for me. Yeah, so we're gonna give these a try. And the soles were falling off of them. I mean the treads, so it's time for new ones, even though they only had like 500 miles on them, so not that good. I have the laundry in the machine now. I'm waiting for it to get done. Then I'm gonna take a shower. Apparently the water is scalding hot, so that should be fun. They have a couple of spots we can camp in town. Not very big, so we'll see if I end up camping there or end up going on a little bit further. But got my new shoes, they're feeling so much better than the Hoka, so that's good. Hopefully that will help with the blisters a little bit. I think it might, because I have a few on the tip of my toes, and I think that's because the shoes are a little small. I was able to get my resupply done, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow.